Welcome to our advanced module on integrating Claude into CI/CD pipelines for automated code review. Let's engineer robust, automated review systems. Let's begin by exploring how to integrate Claude directly into your CI/CD pipelines for automated code review. What does this mean? It involves moving Claude out of the interactive terminal and into headless, automated runner environments like GitHub Actions. The basics involve configuring your pipeline scripts to trigger Claude on specific events, like opening a pull request. Why do we do this? It ensures every line of code is reviewed consistently against team standards without manual bottlenecks. How we achieve this requires specific flags and architectural patterns that differ significantly from local development. Our deep dive throughout this session will focus on transforming Claude from an interactive chatbot into a deterministic, reliable pipeline worker. Looking at this high-level flowchart, the process starts with a standard developer push. This triggers the CI runner. Instead of a developer typing commands, the runner executes the Claude CLI securely using headless flags. This outputs the final automated review directly back to the source control system. When moving to a CI/CD environment, the most critical execution mechanic is the -p flag, which forces non-interactive mode. What happens if you forget it? Your pipeline will hang indefinitely because the runner is waiting for user input that will never come. The basics are simple. Append -p to your Claude commands. Why is this so strict? Because CI environments are headless. They cannot provide interactive standard input. How you implement this is by wrapping your prompt, for example, Claude p analyze this pull request. For our deep dive, remember this anti-pattern. Never try to hack around this by redirecting standard input from dev null. The -p flag is the only supported, reliable way to execute pipeline tasks. This sequence diagram compares the two execution paths. The top path shows the catastrophic result of omitting the flag. The process hangs, burning pipeline minutes. The bottom path shows the correct implementation, where the -p flag ensures Claude processes the command and returns an exit code immediately. Once Claude executes without hanging, we must handle its output. In a pipeline, conversational text is useless because downstream scripts cannot parse it to post automated inline comments. What we need is guaranteed structure. The basics involve using the output format JSON flag. Why? So your pipeline can programmatically iterate over the findings. How do we guarantee the exact fields we need? By pairing the output format flag with the JSON schema flag. You can explicitly demand a file path, severity level, and description for every issue found. Our deep dive reveals that without these flags, attempting to parse Claude's unstructured text output with regular expressions is a severe anti-pattern that will break your automated commenting system. Here we visualize the data pipeline. The PR diff enters Claude alongside our strict JSON schema. Claude complies, outputting a precise JSON array. Your CI script parses this array smoothly, iterating through the structured objects to post highly accurate inline comments back to the developer's pull request. A massive architectural trap in automated workflows is same-session self-review. What is this? It's when you use the exact same Claude session to generate code and then review that code. The basics of reliable reviews demand session isolation. Why? If the reviewer runs in the same session, it retains the generator's reasoning context, creating a dangerous confirmation bias. It will inherently trust its own logic. How do we prevent this? By initiating a completely fresh session for the review phase, explicitly avoiding the resume flag. The deep dive rule for your certification is absolute. The reviewer must have zero context from the generation phase to provide an objective, high-quality analysis. This flow explicitly contrasts the wrong and right approaches to automated review. The red path shows the anti-pattern, looping the generated code back into the same session for review. The green path shows the correct architecture, the generated code is saved, and a completely fresh session is instantiated to act as an objective, unbiased reviewer. Even with perfect pipeline configuration, your prompts can ruin the developer experience if you use vague instructions. What does this mean? Prompts asking Claude to find all issues or be thorough. The basics of pipeline prompting require explicit, measurable criteria. Why? Because vague prompts generate massive false positives. When an automated tool flags too many non-issues, developers suffer from alert fatigue and stop trusting the system entirely. How do we fix this? By asking Claude to flag precise violations, such as functions exceeding 50 lines or missing try-catch blocks. Our deep dive highlights that explicit criteria enable consistent results and automated validation, rebuilding developer trust in the CI/CD pipeline. This decision tree tracks the downstream impact of your prompt design. Using vague prompts cascades down into massive false positives, ultimately leading to alert fatigue, where developers ignore the AI completely. Writing explicit, constraint-based prompts leads to high precision and maintains long-term developer trust. When a pull request modifies dozens of files, asking Claude to review everything in a single pass is an anti-pattern. What happens? Attention dilution. The basics of large reviews require a multi-pass architecture. Why do we need this? Because a single pass review will produce inconsistent results, missing obvious bugs in some files while overanalyzing others due to context window limitations. How do we structure this? By splitting the review. First, run a local analysis pass on each file individually to catch syntax and logic errors, followed by a separate cross-file integration pass to review dependencies and data flow. The deep dive here is that focused passes counteract the lost in the middle effect, ensuring every file receives maximum reasoning attention. This diagram illustrates the multi-pass review strategy. A large pull request isn't dumped into Claude at once. It first goes through a per-file analysis loop, catching isolated bugs. Those findings feed into a cross-file integration pass to check systemic impact. The results are aggregated, producing a highly coherent final review. Let's conclude with a real-time use case focusing on cost optimization. Imagine your pipeline powers two workflows, a blocking pre-merge check and a nightly technical debt audit. How do you architect this efficiently? By leveraging the Message Batches API. Why? Because the Batch API provides a 50% cost savings for non-urgent tasks. The execution strategy is to route your blocking pre-merge PR reviews to the synchronous API for immediate feedback, and route your latency-tolerant nightly audits to the Batch API, which processes within 24 hours. This hybrid approach maximizes pipeline velocity while slashing API costs. To master these advanced CI/CD architectures and ace your certification, I invite learners to subscribe, and visit quicktechie.com for premium certification prep, including Q&A banks, full ebooks, audiobooks, full-length training, and interview guides. Our final diagram outlines the cost optimization routing. Pipeline triggers are evaluated for urgency. Blocking PR checks demand the synchronous API for immediate feedback. Conversely, non-urgent tasks like nightly audits are routed to the Message Batches API, achieving massive cost savings without impacting developer velocity.
Welcome to quicktechie.com. So just type in quicktechie.com here. Then you can go through the material which is provided by quicktechie. So we have first of all video courses which you can go here and you can find the various video courses across the technologies as well as finance domain. So if you see in Microsoft, we have 8 programs currently running. Next, you can go through the ebooks available. So all the ebooks which are in PDF format today, and you can download this. So let me go through Microsoft certification ebooks. You can click on any of this and you can see this is the PDF available for you to download. So these are the premium ebook mostly available on quicktechie.com platform only. Now the second part is exam simulator. As we primarily focus on the all technology companies and finance domain certification preparation material, so this is company wide listed here and you can go through this. So let me go through the Microsoft one again. You can see this is all Microsoft related certification. AB 730 exam, if you open it, so you can see here this, and all the practice papers are available here. Today we have a 5 practice paper. So click on the first practice paper, it would load the questions. You can answer this question. This is way you can answer it and you can move to the next question. Now third material we wanted to highlight is an audiobook. So we started recently with the audiobooks as well, which you can listen on the go, and various technology wise ebooks are available. And at the last, this is our alumni. These people who are subscribing to our courses and this platform, they are all listed here. And at the end, I wanted to tell you, if you find any course or training or certification preparation material which you want to get us prepare for yourself, please put on the comment section. If you're watching on YouTube, on Udemy, or on this platform itself, quicktechie.com, then please put the comment, or you can even send an email to using this contact us options here. You can directly do the WhatsApp message. You can call us on this numbers as well.